Yes, we are live. Welcome, everyone. This is Yogi Speaks live session number 11. So those of you watching us live on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, you can join our WhatsApp group. You can post all your questions, and we'll address those questions here. The link to the WhatsApp group is in the description. All right, so let's begin. Our first question for today. Namaste, Guruji. I understood that the real Shiva is our soul only. Then what is the speciality in Kailasam? The devotees are struggling to visit there. Is it really an illusion?
Namaste. I don't want to use the word illusion. The concept of Lord Shiva is not an illusion. Actually, it's a path. It's a way to liberation or freedom, the ultimate knowledge. The word meaning Shiva represents the Agni, the fire, and air, the sign of life. If a body is lying in front of you and somebody said that, oh, this person has gone, he is no more, how you will make sure that that person is dead? You will check whether there is the sign of air, and oh, no air, then you will touch, oh, no heat. That means the sign of life is the presence of air and fire, Vayu and Agni. If you take the mantra for Shiva Dhyanam, meditation on Shiva, it is clearly stated that Nama Shivaya. Om Nama Shivaya. This is the way people recite. What does it mean? It has deeper meanings. First meaning, the external meaning is Na represents the element earth, Ma, water, Shi, fire, Va, air, Ya, sound. These are the 5 elements from which whole universe is made. Na, Ma, Shi, Va, Ya. Bhumi, Jala, Agni, Vayu, Akash, earth, water, fire, air, and space. This is the meaning of Namah Shivaya. But if you go little more deep into that, you can come to know Om, Aim, Kleem, Saum, Hreem, Shreem, Namah Shivaya. So this external sound, Namah Shivaya, is containing 5 Bija mantras. Aim, Kleem, Saum, Hreem, Shreem. So it's again different dimension of meditation. But the word Shi is meant for Agni, fire, and Va for air. So where is Shivam? Is within you. So when you make a union between the fire and air through meditation, gradually you will be reaching to the higher dimension of sound. That is what is called Sailakam in yoga. These 5 elements are in your body: Swadhisthanam, Manipuram, Anahadam, Vishuddhi, Ajna. These are the 5 centers, chakras, where Nama Shivaya, or earth, water, fire, air, and space, functioning. Pancha chakra, 5 the centers. But beyond the 5, what is there? Sahasra Dalapatmam, which is the male energy in you, and Muladhar is the female energy. These are called Sapta Adhar. There are 7 chakras in the body. Muladharam, Swadhisthanam, Manipuram, then Anahadam, Vishuddhi, Ajna, Sahasraram, crown chakra. Then if you meditate carefully, you can go to a different dimension which is called Sailakam. Sailakam is above the crown chakra. You can experience something which is beyond time, space, and causation, the 4th dimension. That dimension is called Sailakam. But it is depicted as, or it is symbolized as Kailasam. Kailasam is a mountain top where ordinary people cannot reach in Himalayan region. So that Kailasam is actually representing the Sailakam above your crown chakra. That is the meaning. But unfortunately, people are completely carried away with the symbols, God concepts and symbols, and they run after everything, simply wasting their time and energy. But of course, as a festival, as a pilgrimage, or as a, like a tour session and for enjoyment, adventurous journey, you can have all these things. But if you need any kind of spiritual advancement and benefit, you must see all gods and god symbols within you. That is the real meaning. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the universe. This is what masters declared. So Kailasam is not a particular mountain top, mountain region in the Himalayan mountain. No, it is just above your head, and that is the concept. If you really want to see Kailasam, close your eyes, meditate, and see the higher chakra. Then you will come to know, yes, I am in Kailasam and I am Shiva. The Mula Mantra of Shiva Dhyanam, meditation on Lord Shiva, is Shivoham. You know the meaning? Aham, Lord Shiva. I am the God. That is the meaning.
Thank you, Guruji. So the next question. Namaste, Guruji. Being the privileged one among the siblings in almost every aspect of life, I feel sorry for my siblings. It prevents me from truly enjoying my life, sometimes leading to feeling guilty. I wish they also get a better life. How do I deal with this?
In yogic language, you are completely immersed into the Maya, the world of illusion. How can you say that they are not having the privilege of being here? It's your small assessment, or the assessment of a small limited mind. Nothing is manifesting in this world or in this universe without a specific reason. People can label it, this is good, this is bad, this is worthy, this is unworthy, it is significant, that is insignificant. These are all the dual nature of our own mind, which is completely into the spell of Maya. So you are under the spell of Maya. That's why you feel that your siblings are not having the benefits of as you have. Come out of that Maya, meditate. Then you will come to know everybody has their own potentials, given by or contributed by the Creator. Who is the Creator? You are the creator for yourself. Your siblings are their own creators. They know why they are created like this. They know very well that why they are going through certain experiences, as you say, ups and downs or gain and losses. They know very well. So they are not bothered about themselves, but you are bothered because you are not centralized. Bring your mind back to your real origin, the reality of your existence, Aham Bodham or Brahma Bodham, the law of nature. Understand that. There you will become nothing. You feel that, I am not doing anything. Everything is done by a higher authority called cosmic consciousness. And in front of that, my mind is too limited to understand the reality behind the nature. Understand that, then all these questions will vanish. You will feel contentment. It's not joy. Contentment has no other word to explain, because you are it. In yoga, it's called samtrupti, the eternal joy or exuberance or ecstasy. Words are too limited to express that state of mind. Try to gain that, then all these problems, as the light comes, the darkness vanishes. When your knowledge comes, these questions will vanish, or these doubts will vanish.
Thank you, Guruji. So the next question, Namaste, Guruji. I feel truly happy and blessed after watching your videos. As one of my mentors says, once the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I feel those words have come true in my life. Thank you so much for being part of my journey. And his question is, could you please explain how we can regulate our emotions in different situations and gradually attain the state of stoicism? I would be grateful for your guidance on how to remain calm, balanced, and composed even during challenging situations.
First of all, yes, you are always welcome. And we are trying our best to share our wisdom to as many people as possible. Then our emotions, our moods are being controlled by the hormones produced in our body. So if you want to have the control over different emotions due to different situations, learn to breathe consciously. I can assure you that nobody is breathing consciously. It's happening. It's not being done. Learn to do it. So when you become aware of the function of your lungs, you will come to know beyond the function of your lungs, there is a subtle energy which is called prana. That is the life force. When you become aware of that, when you develop that prana bodham, then no emotions can happen without your control. That is what is called the eternal freedom or the self-control. When somebody says some bad words against you, some abusement, verbal abusement, your ears will capture all these things and it will be converted into vibrations, and which will go and trigger the modulators, neuromodulators. Then the receptors will function in a different way. That will change something in your brain, which will trigger your glands to produce different hormones. Usually, adrenaline, cortisol, these kind of things will make you angry or upset. But another situation, the same process, which will trigger your other glands, which will produce endorphins, happy hormones. We will say many things. All emotions are the outcome, the consequences of the enzymes produced by the glands. So if you want to control over all these things, learn to breathe consciously. There is a wonderful study, I don't know the exact year, but they declared that everything, each and every function in our body can be controlled by controlling the breath, except the menstrual cycle. So learn to breathe consciously through systematic meditation. That is the only way through which you can get control over the vital energy, which is called prana. Pranam manodvemidam vilayenne yadyo moksham sagachadi. It says, our masters declared this. The moment you win to make a union between the mind and prana, your awareness and the subtle energy, moksham sagachadi, you are attaining liberation. What do you mean by liberation? Liberation is not something which is gained after leaving the body. No. If you have an emotional upset or uncontrolled emotion, you should be liberated from that limitation. That is what is called moksha. If I have a migraine and I am suffering from that pain, as early as possible, I should be liberated from that pain. That is my moksha, mukti. So if you are seriously looking forward to get control over not only your emotions, but also each and every limitations or problems you face day by day, learn to breathe consciously. With the full awareness, if you breathe, nothing can go beyond your control. That is what is called liberation, the ultimate victory of our life.
Thank you, Guruji. So the next question, Pranam Guruji. Today we saw a double rainbow after rain. So she has also posted this picture in our group. I read something interesting about the spiritual significance of this. Double rainbows do not appear randomly. They appear when the inner and the outer worlds connect at the right moment. A double rainbow means water and light combination is happening at the same frequency. Two layers of gel, two layers of prakash, two layers of meaning. It shows that your emotional cleansing and spiritual clarity are rising side by side. Your heart and your awareness are moving in sync. Something within you is being purified and illuminated at the same time. Is that true?
Yeah, partially true, partially wrong. You know why? Yes, according to our mind, in this material world, Bhaudika Lokam, these are all fantastic things. Rainbow itself is a wonderful feeling, and double rainbow, it's a double happiness. Fine. So it's as you said, these are all our explanations derived from our own mind. So as far as mind goes, the limitation or the limits of the mind goes, is correct. Material body, spiritual body, or pleasure, pain, gain, loss, or two dimensions. Yeah, two double rainbow is representing that. But being a yogi, for me, earth is a speck in the solar system. Comparing to the solar system, earth is very small. Then comparing to the galaxies where our solar system comes. Then comparing to the infinity where this universe comes. So, yoga means going beyond all these limited concepts. There, if you ask me, I prefer to make the union between these two the rainbows, pleasure and pain, or whatever it is, and go beyond the limited presentation of our mind, chitta vritti nirodha. When you go to that level, you will be identified yourself with the infinity. Infinity is beyond our mind. So, for me, all the things which are manifested in this material world, whether it is a rainbow or a small worm, both are the part of this cosmic drama, Maya, illusion. It's a material world. It keeps on mutating. So these things, the same time I am accepting all this material existence, same way I am denying all these things. That is what is called renunciation. What this material world is mutating. Have you heard about Sharira? In Sanskrit, Sharira means Shiryade, Anena Idi Sharira. Whatever is manifested as the material world, matter is nothing but, something which is mutating. It has no static existence. So it is not stable. Maya. So what this rainbow? That's also in the Maya. Enjoy it, but don't be entangled into that. Then that is what called a yogic life. You can be like a cork on the ocean, on the waves. So when the wave rises, you will go high. When it falls, you will go down. So like there is no static existence. It keeps floating. Same way your awareness can go through all these things, but never feel that in this material world you are being stuck or stable or stagnated. Go beyond all these things. Enjoy, the same time go beyond it. That is what is the real yogic life. I recommend you enjoy everything. Single rainbow, double rainbow, concepts, jnanam, everything. Jnanam means knowledge. Bhagavad Gita is clearly explaining that. Jnana yogena sankhyanam, karma yogena yogina. Jnana means knowledge. Intellectual knowledge can give you many explanations, sensual enjoyments. But the technique is, or the requirement is, karma yogena yogina. Go beyond the senses and get into karma yoga, kundalini yoga, and be a yogi. Connect everything together and go beyond the material world, which is called infinity or liberation.
Thank you, Guruji. So the next question. Namaste, Guruji. I notice something strange about myself. When I am alone, I feel peaceful. But the moment I meet certain people, I become a completely different person, defensive, insecure, or angry. Which one is the real me?
You don't know the real you. That's the problem. Like that is what's called Atmajnana. If I ask myself, who am I? I don't know who I am. I try to understand through certain mediums. First, I see I am a man. I have a body. Then I see I have a mind. It has no control. It is everything. Then more than that, I have my mind and body. Then who am I? So it keeps going on like this. In yoga, it's called anavastha dosha. It has no end. So you will be tired. So you find out the evanescent, the reality, the significance of the evanescent world. Matter is not existing the way you perceive. It is not only said by our ancient masters, also our modern scientists also declaring the same. Whatever you experience as this matter, material world is keep on mutating. That's why it is called as matter. So matter is recognized by your mind, so it keeps on changing. So different situations, when you see people, they are giving you different vibrations. As these vibrations affect your body and mind, it reacts, and you don't have any control over that. That's the problem. It's like a robot. If the robot is kept for guarding your house, and it is fed that, your son, your daughter, your friend, your father, your mother, their eye impressions fed in the computer. Whenever they come near the camera, the doors will be opened. The robot will open it. When strange eyeball comes, it will not recognize. The door will be kept closed. But if that computer brain has infected, some virus is already there, and it doesn't recognize who should be allowed to enter, who should be blocked, and it lost its control. What will be the condition and safety, comfort of your house? No safety, because it is infected. Same way, your mind has not got any control. The discrimination has gone. So you don't know how to react in different situations and with the different people. That's why you feel restless, discomfort, you feel it. So what do you have to do? Get control over that. Your inner software must be, taken for configuration. So yes, a computer can be taken to a computer expert and you can configure it. But how you can configure your own stuff? Meditate. Unconditionally, you meditate. Then you will get control over the hormones. Whenever a strange vibration comes, your inner robot will see, it will recognize how to react. When you do the yukta pravarti in Sanskrit, the proper reaction. When you give the proper reaction, you are comfortable. When you give a wrong reaction, then you are uncomfortable. You will feel that. What do you have to do? Just reset your system. If you try to find a remedy from outside, nothing is going to happen. Yes, some medicines are there. Maybe some motivation classes are there. These are all temporary solutions. If you need a permanent solution for the problem, just learn to connect with yourself. Try to find out who you really are beyond your body and mind. The moment you reach to that dimension, you will smile from the heart. That is what is called contentment. Gain that, then all these problems will vanish.
Thank you, Guruji. So the next question. Namaste, Guruji. I have achieved something I wanted for many years, but the happiness lasted only for a few days. Now I'm already thinking about the next thing I want to achieve. Why does the mind keep moving the finishing line?
Mind is the expressed form of mutation. Cosmic mutation is called mind. What is cosmos? You don't know. Something manifesting as this universe, and it keeps on mutating. So that is what is your mind. So how can you find stability in something continuously mutating? That's the problem. But if you want to recognize a mutation, a change, there must be something behind as immutable, beyond changes, stable. That is what you should gain. Otherwise, you should attain that state of mind or that knowledge. Otherwise, these conditions are not having any kind of explanation. In ancient India, there are many books called Upanishads. Upanishads are always talking about the experiences of higher consciousness. You know what they will instruct the student? Whenever they start asking questions, the master will immediately say, stop thinking, stop asking questions. Then the guru, the shishya, the disciple will be confused. Hey, Guruji, you are confusing me. If I am not asking questions, how can I understand? Then the master will say, your need, the knowledge is beyond your intellect. Questions are produced from the intellect. If you want to know the reality and if you want to succeed in your life, you should learn how to go beyond the intellect. So try as much as possible to go beyond these thoughts. Arrest the functions of mind. Within the mind, no questions are being answered in a permanent way. Temporary answers will come, then you will get one answer. That answer will bring another question. You find an answer for that, that answer itself will give another question. Same way, you will gain something, immediately bring a loss. To cover that loss, you want to gain more. You will gain something more, again another loss will come. So that is the nature of the mutating mind. It has no end. Anavastha dosham. You will be entangled into that continuous movement. No stability, no stillness. What do you have to do? Stop the mind. Stop the breath. How? Meditate. Learn from an experienced person. Meditate. Stop the breath first. Through that way, you can stop the mind. When you stop the mind, mutation is arrested. When mutation is arrested, you will come to know the reality behind matter, energy, Brahman. Then you will declare that, I am that. Om Tat Sat. I am the Brahman. I am the God. Then somebody will come and ask you, why can't you get this? You will say, I already got it. You are not denying it, but you are not running after that, because infinity cannot move, because it is everywhere. Sarvavyapi. Learn that. Experience it. When you experience that, you are that. Tattvamasi. This is what Master said.
Thank you, Guruji. So that's it from us for today. We'll be back again on Wednesday at 4:15 p.m. IST. You can continue posting your questions and we'll address that in our next session. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.